Bryan Cranston. He's a busy man. Emmy, Tony, Golden Globe winning actor, Oscar nominated actor as well. He was Malcolm in the Middle. He was Breaking Bad. Now he's got 2 more movies coming out. Die-hard Los Angeles sports fan. He's got the Phoenician Scheme. That opens up May 30th, nationwide June 2nd. And then Everything's Going to Be Great opens up June 20th. Look at you, Mr. Actor there. How do you have time? Thanks for spending some time with us, Bryan.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of time for these opening remarks. We got to get right to the meat, DP.
Okay.
And by the way, I miss saying the opening stats. I always like to go 7'4", 114 pounds. Give me a
What
ding.
is your height and weight?
My height and weight. Well, I used to be 6 foot, but I'm probably 5'11" now. My weight is 182. I'd like to get that down, but
do you lie about your height or weight? Do actors do that?
Of course we do.
Why?
Why would you not? No.
Okay. Now, I was told this before, that it's harder to be a better actor, great actor, if you're taller. Any truth?
There are few actors of great height who actually became stars. Many more who were smaller. But it is also true that most actors who become stars have large heads, like elephantitis heads. You know, they have to have prop them up over there. And blue eyes, if you have light eyes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, who's got a big noggin that's a great actor?
Well, you just think about any.
Brando have a big head?
Oh, like enormous, like a coconut. Yeah, he was, and all these people, even the women who have larger heads have a better chance to be a movie star.
That's not true. That's not true.
Well, I'm trying here, you know.
David Hasselhoff had a big head, but not a great actor.
He's a lovely guy. I was going to say he was a lovely guy, but he's still alive. Nice guy. I did an episode of Baywatch back in the day where I played, I think my character name was like Drunken Boat Captain or something like that.
But you didn't have a Speedo on. Like you weren't running in slow motion on Baywatch.
No. When I'm in skimpy underwear, it's full on motion. Every you want to see everything, apparently.
But did Walter White have to wear tighty whities?
No, you know, it was interesting because after 7 years of Malcolm in the Middle, where Hal wore tighty whities, because I thought it was appropriate because he was just a big boy. So he never really grew up. And for some reason, Vince Gilligan wrote that Walter White wore tighty whities. And I went to the wardrobe call and I said, well, I just did 7 years. So I tried on boxers and I tried on long. And it's like, you know what? There's some reason that he did this. And I'm just going to go with it. And that image of him in the desert, that first poster of the gun and his tighty whities is so pathetic that I thought, I think that's the image he wanted to go for.
But how often do you question when you have a director or there's something on the page where you offer feedback or you're going to stand up for what you think might be right?
All the time. All the time. Yeah, you're constantly making adjustments. I just did a couple episodes of the show The Studio, where my character at the end shows up in leopard, very skinny bikini briefs, which I chose, and stockings with garter clips and a girdle, and he wears a dickie. He's the most ridiculous looking guy in the world. And I wanted all of those things. And so we just adjusted it to those. And I surprised Seth Rogen when I walked out of the room and he saw me for the first time on camera.
It's a great character, because it came out of nowhere, first episode. And I'm like, oh my God. It's like, this combination of you're going to try to bring in every studio head of all the things that are negative about them or over the top about them. And you just kind of combined it with one character. And it was like, all right. Yeah, that's Hollywood right there.
It's kind of patterned. I patterned him after Robert Evans, famous studio head of Paramount in the 70s. Did great movies, but he was always super tan, bleached his teeth. He always wore very masculine clothes. He was that kind of guy. His shirt was unbuttoned to his navel, and it was, hey, baby, that dude. So that's more fun to play a guy like that.
I got the picture here from Baywatch. Paulie just sent it to me. Wow. Okay. All right. Those are short shorts you got on, by the way.
Those were the times. Don't tell me you didn't have short shorts in the.
I did.
In this,
I did.
Yeah, everybody did.
Yeah.
Just remember the NBA back in the day.
Yes. Yeah. I growing up, I had short shorts. And John Stockton, I think, was like the last holdout. Like, he was the last guy to wear short shorts.
That's true.
Paulie, what do you have on this episode with Bryan on Baywatch?
That fine episode of Baywatch, November '89, Bryan Cranston played Captain Tom Logan, and he was wearing like OP shorts and like those croaky glasses, and his hair was completely down the middle and feathered.
Like it. Looks good. Were you married at that time?
Yeah. Robin and I have been married for 36 years now. Yeah.
Okay.
89. Yeah.
But you're there on Baywatch. I mean.
Oh yeah. They're out there.
Did anybody notice Captain Tom Logan of the women who were on Baywatch? Did you catch anybody's eye there?
I don't know whose eye I caught. Oh my God.
Were you born in Hollywood?
I was born in the city of Hollywood. Yes, right in Hollywood, and raised in Los Angeles in the San Fernando Valley.
And famous classmates?
No, I didn't have any famous classmates in the area. I think, Kevin Spacey went to the same high school a couple years after me, but then transferred out to go to a better theater school. But outside of that, there really no famous, no one famous.
Tougher to get Knicks tickets courtside or Laker tickets courtside?
Laker tickets courtside. Tougher. Yeah.
Okay, what's the process?
It's just jammed. Well, first, there is a way I can give advice to all the listeners and viewers about how to get courtside seats. First, become a television star or a movie star. Do that first. Then you'll have a lot better chance of getting courtside seats. But I did get courtside seats last year to Knicks Pacers. Had a great time. Watching it. And they're back at it again.
I know. But, you're sitcom famous with Malcolm in the Middle. And then Breaking Bad, I'm going to guess Breaking Bad it was easier to get the tickets than with Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, it gave me a higher profile. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's what I get mostly recognized for. I'd say like 7 out of 10 people who approach me. You okay there?
I think I just broke something. My mic collapsed here. That's
about 7 out of 10 people recognize me as Walter White. Yeah.
So I want to talk about the Phoenician Scheme.
Yeah.
Because Wes Anderson does things differently than anybody else. How would you describe what he does as a filmmaker?
He is the truest sense of the word auteur. There is no way that anyone can say, I think I know what Wes is thinking on this. I think I know where he's going to go with this. You just don't know at all. It is a unique journey when you do a Wes Anderson movie because It's always clever. It's always surprising. And it's so much fun. But the thing about, from an actor's point of view, doing the Phoenician Scheme or Asteroid City before that, or whatever, it's the experience of being with him and all the actors at the same table at the dinner every night after you work. And that kind of camaraderie was so much fun. In fact, Tom Hanks calls it actor camp. It's a good hang. And all the actors are there, and we're having wine and cocktails and food, and we're talking about things that we're worried about in our families and things like that, without worrying about prying eyes or ears around us, and we can just be open, and it's a lot of fun.
So Tom Hanks, I believe, plays your brother. You got Michael Cera in there, Scarlett Johansson, Benicio del Toro.
Yeah. Yeah,
pretty good.
Benedict Cumberbatch, Riz Ahmed. I mean, it's a big cast. And Tom and I are playing brothers. Well, we think we're brothers. It was never actually established, but they're so alike. Now, there's a basketball sequence in the movie that Tom and I are involved in. And when we got to the set, we're asked, okay, who can do this and who can do that? And so Tom's going, I can't really dribble very well, so I'll dribble. And I said, look, I got problems with my shoulders. I got arthritis. It was like if you went to the assisted living center to get two basketball players.
People sent me that clip of you shooting basketball, wondering if you were trying to model your shot after me for some reason. And I said, well, if he was trying, he didn't do a very good job. But
because I made the basket.
Dripping. No, it wasn't dripping with athleticism. I'm just going to say, as a basketball player, you're a great actor.
Yeah, no, I wasn't modeling myself after you. You're. Okay. They broke the mold when they made the Dan Patrick.
The Phoenician Scheme. That comes out May 30th, and then nationwide June 2nd, and Everything's Going to Be Great. That comes out June 20th.
Yeah.
Did you shoot these around the same time?
No. Phoenician Scheme we shot last year. Everything's Going to Be Great we shot before it, but it's like jockeying for position and who's going to and what's the right time to come out with a movie. And, it's those decisions are made by someone else, but Everything's Going to Be Great is also it's a beautiful film with Allison Janney and myself. And it reminded me of Little Miss Sunshine from years ago. It's funny and sweet and sad and engaging. Yeah. Anyway.
Little Miss Sunshine, that final dance scene.
Yeah. Fun
when
stuff.
She brings down the house. Yes. Alan Arkin. I mean, there's so many great performances in there. Oh,
yeah.
It's one of those little sneaky surprise movies where you're like, damn, I don't, everybody, when you watch a movie, it's like, I don't know, is going to be nominated. Everything's going to be nominated. Instead of just watching movies, I think we're always like, well, what's going to do at the box office? Is anybody going to go see this in the movie theaters? It's kind of like the pressure. I don't know how different it is now than, let's say, 15 years ago.
It's a lot different. When you and I were kids, every show, every morning show, every news show had a movie and television reviewer specifically to relay to the audience what they felt was good, of high quality. They fired all of those people. And so now the newsreaders just read off what made the most money last weekend at the box office, as if that's the indication of quality. And so it's kind of sad. So you really need the word of mouth to be able to say, don't miss this movie or that movie.
Paulie told me that there might be, we're bringing back Malcolm in the Middle. Is there a...
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah,
we shot it already.
Oh, yeah. You shot it? Oh.
We did. We did 4 episodes for Disney, and we just finished it. So that'll be out probably either later this year or early next year. And man, I got to tell you, it was so much fun. All the kids came back, and it's funny because the boys from Malcolm in the Middle are all around the same age that I was when we first started the show 25 years ago.
Wow.
They have kids of their own. It's so great to see, and the adults that they've become. It's really fantastic.
When you do the race walking scene, do you still have that outfit? Because I'd love to put it in the man cave.
Oh, would you?
Yes,
it would have to be on a mannequin.
Yes, I'd get a mannequin.
Well, let me see if I can get it for you, because I'd love to see it on your show.
Well, why don't you drop everything that you're doing and like do something for me, like right now? Like right now.
That was implied. Of course I'm going to drop everything. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like I don't, like nothing else. No, don't read any scripts or anything. It's like, nope, I can't. I'm sending an outfit from Malcolm in the Middle to Dan Patrick.
I'm wondering if they still have it. I don't know. But
God,
man, that was a funny thing. And I was, I was real trim then. I was like a 172 or 3, something like that.
Well, I'm not going to wear it. I'm going to put it on the mannequin. But
I think you should wear it, though. I think you should put it on.
Will Ferrell brought the testicles from Step Brothers that he rubbed. He brought them to Ireland, and we were doing our show over there, and he brought the testicles that he rubbed on William C. Riley's drumstick. Yeah. Okay, I'm just saying.
I also brought you a treat.
You did. You brought me. Yeah, that was a fake penis thing that you had under the covers.
Yes, right? Exactly. An erection toy.
Yeah.
Where is that? I don't see that anywhere on the set right now.
It's in here. Yes, Paulie.
Oh, it's prominently displayed. People always ask what it is.
It's on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm up in Maine, so this is in the Maine or the regular. No, it's all the way on the other side by the couch.
We're getting it.
Yeah, you'll be able to see it. Wait, hold on. Well, I got my cameraman walking over there, but
right.
there it is. It's right by my LA Charger helmet, and I've got your whatever that thing is that you gave me. But I've got
talk about it getting a charge. Oh yeah, that was from a movie called. What was that called? Jeez. That was called The Upside. The Upside with Kevin Hart.
Okay.
And Nicole Kidman.
That was your upside right there.
It's like, hello.
Well, good luck with everything.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks for joining us as always.
Well, thank you. It's always good to see you. And whenever you get out to LA or down to New York, give a holler. I'd love to have you buy me lunch.
Why don't you give me a holler when you're in New York?
Well, you're not in New York.
I know, but I can get to New York.
Okay. I will. I will give you a holler, as they said in the old days.
And I'll buy you dinner.
Lovely. All
right. He's Bryan Cranston, the Phoenician Scheme, Wes Anderson, and if you're a fan of those movies, then you know what you're getting. It opens nationwide June 2nd. Everything's going to be great. That opens on June 20th. We'll take a break. Last call for phone calls, what we learn, what's in store tomorrow, right after this.